Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Mountaineers will put total weather to crank us up. He'll return it. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Iowa State's offense will go to work first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, Dave. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Fires to the right. Complete downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Cyclones in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go.
Oh, he's got some space. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. The Cyclones have their offense in high gear. Takes the handoff. It's Grove. Past the 30. Down the boulevard, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Cyclones!
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there. That time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So West Virginia's offense will take the field for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win.
Intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Third down coming in the Morgantown faithful, making it tough on this big play. Caught over the middle. It's Grove. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. He splits the uprights, and that lead grows even bigger.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Hauls it in. At midfield, he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Moving out of the pocket. Lets it fly. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Breaks into the open. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. The Mountaineers will hustle to the line. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got a man. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Let's go, let's go.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, what a cut! They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, West Virginia.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. James Madison is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 14 to Utah State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. The give from the gun. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big third, looking deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 35. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. He's got it. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to power it in. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The option look. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get them on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on. Page. That defensive front was a stone wall on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll run the sneak for it. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Yeah, and it's 4th and goal, and it's go time. I got to push people around. Look at the offensive line doing a really good job getting those guys moved back, creating a little hole for the running back, and he does the rest on 4th and goal and gets the touchdown.
West Virginia, 7.
The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Mountaineers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Sanders. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Oh, and he knocks him out of the way, and he's running free. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has, how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught close to the marker. It's Sanders. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The Mountaineers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. And this guy just oozing confidence as a signal caller. They've been playing pitch and catch at an elite level, and there have been no answers defensively. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Cyclones are in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Third down coming in the Morgantown faithful, making it tough on this big play. Looking downfield, it's Kamara. Lofts one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Cyclones will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Keeps looking downfield. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The hand to the running back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. Trying to do it on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And it's a good choice because he gets it, but I think it's a good choice all the time. When you get towards midfield, you got to be aggressive. It's about scoring points. 4th and inches, I can get inches. I've worked on this. I've practiced.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Kamara. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
From the gun, the ground game. There he goes. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Cyclones just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw on first down. Fakes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Holds and fires complete to the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. The Cyclones kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking for a man. It's Kamara. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivered. And they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass.
14.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks. I'm just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him.
He wants to take the top off. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Morgantown, sign me up for another half. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. Two workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding...
It's a running room. He's at the touchdown, Mountaineers. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. UAB went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Blazers team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. On the run, it's Grove. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. And the Cyclones want to move quickly.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another.
Turning it on! And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Kamara. Plucks it out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Offense, quick tempo. Running back searching for a hole. Creates a little space. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. They'll try the run. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Cyclones kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He leaves it with his back. Oh, he got loose. Oh, it's a fumble. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Iowa State.
And that's not how you draw it up, but how about the offense and the awareness? You see the ball out, forget jumping on it. I'm going to pick that puppy up. I'm going to take it to the house. The OC, great call on that one, buddy, because it worked to perfection.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They go 83 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got enough for the first. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day, and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. Gonna swing it on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sanders. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. A little release to the back.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on third. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He's going to let it go. Touchdown, West Virginia. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And you got to love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
Set for the point after.
Extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back looking for help. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Cyclones come to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big third down. Oh, they're after him. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
To the air, it's Kamara. He lofts one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing complete.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Cyclones line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Quick handoff. Finds a little space. Breaks into the open. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
First down, West Virginia.
That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. Gives it on the option. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
The Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. A 4-point game at 35-31. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Sam Houston has the lead right now. Huntsville has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 4 over Western Kentucky. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive lines of Suns. Back to throw, it's Kamara. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Cyclones moving quickly to the line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Third down coming, and the Morgantown faithful making it tough on this big play. It'll be a draw. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Oh, that linebacker sacked that quarterback, and he was on him quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, and you see quarterbacks back there pointing and telling the offensive line who to block, and, well, that didn't work, okay? He was not prepared for that. He comes scot-free, and the quarterback pays the consequences for that one.
They'll run play action. It's complete to the right. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. West Virginia has it and the offense ready to go to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Mountaineers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
Let's go. Let's go.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now they'll run the draw. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
The Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Handoff to the single running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throws for the tight end. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will, throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.